What's up, douchebags? I don't know how long this one's gonna be. I'm gonna finally play Final Fantasy. I've been like just doing shit all day. I think I'm probably, I think the earliest I'll be working is probably like November 15th. Fucking paperwork. I finally did the math. Anyways, because I was trying to get like a specific date of when 4 to 6 weeks would be, and I guess that was like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, look, the only thing I can think of, like, probably what I should start doing is that 6% vested immediately bullshit with your Roth IRA. I haven't been doing as much as that as I should have been because my thinking was, well, that's just money taken out of me being able to invest with. But what's the point of investing when the Secret Service is just gonna fucking let that stupid horse steal it? And I don't really fucking give a shit about what the Witches Coven is going on about. It's just kind of fun to fuck around with them every now and then. Like, let's just call it, I have like a specific alert, just kind of like to fuck with them and whatnot, because I know that they like, it's like that song, give them something to talk about. And it's almost like they get pissy when I don't fuck around with them. They're like, what? He's not playing around with it when I tweet. It's bullshit. He was doing it a minute ago. Why is he not doing it now? 'Cause I'm taking a shit and doing other things. I don't really give a fuck at the moment. Um, they're trying to like make it out like, oh, the dads of the girls are really picky about who they date. Well, good. Tell that to your dad. That's exactly why you got to be a 35-year-old single fucking boss babe who got dumped for being a smut actress. I don't give a fuck. All I can really say is what a waste of time fucking 2 years has been. Horfany bull. What a waste of time 6 years has been. I'm telling you, all this crazy bullshit's been going on since Horfany fucking started stalking me in 2018. Anyways, when I tell you these losers are so obsessed with me, these like media douchebags, alt wannabe losers, they're all sellouts of some kind. Have you seen that douchey loser? I saw someone sent me the clip of it where that douchey loser is trying to talk with his hands now. You can tell that motherfucker was like in the mirror for like days, if not weeks, trying to like get all that shit because he's a fucking poser ass loser. And I'm not pretending to do all that. Like, that's just how I talk. I'm part Italian, mainly Italian. Talk with my hands. Uh, fungu, eh? What was it? There was this book I read. Actually, my grandma told me to read it. It was called The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight, and in it, one of like the mafia family brothers is like starting to like rough up this dude, and the first thing he says is, "I didn't do anything with her. I didn't do anything with her." And then the grandma is like, "If he's saying that, it means he did something. Rough him up more." Anyways, yeah, it was funny. The Gang That Couldn't Shoot Straight is an awesome book. But these people are, look, the only reason why anyone is even spending time pretending to like use handy talks in the mirror, like, da 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 da, you fucking loser. Only reason why people even do that, and there's money in it for now, in being a sellout, is because you douches do not invest in your own life. You will go work at Walmart or some bullshit, which is good, honest money, but it's not gonna like get you a house to own. And then you will come back, or at Walmart, you'll watch these stupid losers on podcasts. When really, if you were like watching Khan Academy or taking a certification course or anything other than that, uh, like what was it? They're like talking about like shutting down banks and bank branches everywhere. And I'll tell you what, 2, 3, maybe 4 years ago, I remember I went to the bank at Navy Federal, and I was like, I think pulling out some dough or some shit like that. And one of the tellers was like, "How do you have all this money?" And I was like, "I work in cyber." And I basically recommended them that they get in cyber also. And then next time I saw them, they're like, "I'm studying for my Security Plus." And then one day they're like, "I got it, and I'm starting to apply for jobs." And then one day they were like, not there, and I got a text, and they were like, "Dude, I got a job in cyber. Thank you." I was like, "Totally." Like everyone should be doing that. But anyways, You should be doing that. Like these past 2 years, I was like, maybe I'm missing out on something. Maybe by me taking all of my time, all of my free time, all I do is study and invest and learn new ways to invest. Let me look at what everyone else is doing. What's popular? Retarded. Fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. It's one thing if you like again, when I talk about like copying my dad, the hat and the sunglasses and all that, it's kind of cute and funny because that's my dad, right? Right? You doing it is weird. You're a fucking creepo. Don't you have a dad? Would if you don't have a dad and you don't have a role model in your life, wouldn't you say that's a bigger problem? That's a problem. Why are you going around trying to imprint on douchebags on YouTube looking for a dad? Oh my God. Probably because you have douchebags like Horfany's dad in your life. Oh my God. She would have been better off being an orphan. I'm not even fucking kidding. Oh my God. I just like return the money before you get sued. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass to have to sue this stupid whore. I swear to fucking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. These people are so retarded. They're like, he's got the moving the hands angle. He widens his eyes. Wow, what a great angle. No, I'm like, that flabbergasted how stupid you all are. And that dude, whoever the fuck that dude, you know he's a sellout of some kind. You know he's going to all these events like, hey, can I follow your balls? Can I follow your balls? If I follow your balls enough, will you be on my podcast? That's how these douchebags are. No, you just get a certification, get a job. Like, to be quite honest, I should have just stayed at the job that I got last year. That was the perfect job. Horford had stolen from my niece, so I needed just a little bit longer to get all the way caught up, which I did get caught up. But then to be nice to everyone, I just left both jobs. It wasn't illegal. I was in like a gray area. Once they told me to stop, I totally stopped. And I'm not planning on doing that again. I only did that because my niece is more important to me than all this other bullshit. And not in like a weird way. Like, I should probably talk to her more, but like, what am I gonna talk to her about? Like, we probably had more in common when she was 2 or 3 years old because we would like finger paint together, or she called it pinger faint or some shit like that. Uncle Pinger Faint? Pinger Faint? And then shit, she's convinced that I was more into Astro Blast than she was. Because I would be like, you ready to watch Caillou and Astro Blast? And she'd say, Uncle, I'm gonna go watch Little Einsteins on your computer. You can watch Astro Blast. I will watch Astro Blast. And I'll get me a smoothie afterwards. And then she would like, it was like hanging out with a person because she had her own little setup going on, and she would use all my computers and shit. And then she would just come back and be like, Uncle, can you take me to Chick-fil-A? I was like, okay, yeah, let's go Chick-fil-A. And my brother would be like, you can't take a child to Chick-fil-A 5 days a week. You're in charge. She's not in charge. Are you the adult? Are you the adult or is she the adult? Who's watching who here? Who's watching who? Are you watching her or is she watching you? And my niece was like, and I was like, oh, that was the best. You just can't steal from kids. And and the whole thing was you stole from a child because you want to be a smut actress because your dad has plans for you. I don't give a fuck. There, I'm glad there's still Gloria Songs out there. She's super cute. I saw her last video. She looks really hot. Look, these people are crazy. Like when I say shit like your dad ruined your life, your dad ruined your life. Like you your dad can't just apologize about this. You can't just apologize. You stole a bunch of money. Like I intend to sue you for damages if you return the money with like a I'm sorry note in triplicate and admit to everything. That would be easier for me than getting a bunch of lawyers together to internationally sue your ass. But if I had to do that, I'm going for damages of $1.4 million because I can prove that all this bullshit you're putting me through is worth that. There's no need to do any of this bullshit. You should just get normal. Look, when I met Horfany in 2018 at that Night for Freedom event, and I showed her my Security Plus certification, I was like, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna leverage this to become a super whatever the fuck, so I can start a family and all that bullshit. And I literally did. And she stole that money. That's not a good thing. She stole the money, and her dad is like, yeah, what a good provider. We really needed that. How else could we be? How else could we get our giant break of being a smut actress and used goods on Korean public access? I don't give a shit. Like I'm waiting for some like to be quite honest, I should have been kept on doing forex trading. It probably would have been cheaper just to rent a what was it? I almost just rented an Enterprise rent-a-car. That would have been like $80. I went to go visit my parents, and then I would have just kept on trading forex. Like 100%, I was like, I'll just cash out the forex and replace it immediately when I start getting paid. And then all that shit happened, and then I started using that for bills instead of trading with it. Well, that's in the past. It's all dumb. It's all done with, dumb and done with, and all that bullshit. But no, like people do this. Like, this is exactly why my family is the way they are, because they don't want to deal with this bullshit. Never in a million years would I have thought of doing any of this bullshit because I didn't want to get yelled at by my family, is really what it comes down to. Like, pretty much like my entire life has been like, what can I do to play Final Fantasy and not get yelled at for stupid bullshit? It seems like all Horfany's life is doing stupid bullshit. Like, I guarantee you that hot half Asian bitch up from Evie from England, she would be nowhere near as cunty. And she's half Horfany's age. Gloria Song would nowhere near be as much cunty. I mean, I expect her to be fucking uber cunty, but like not that cunty. I mean, you're 35 years old and your dad runs your life. This is the thing. Most girls I've ever met who are into bad boys were from what they say. Like, they tend to like do things to piss off their dad. They don't like plan things out with their dad. Like, I don't even think Horfany likes bad boys. I think that's just some bullshit she was trained to say. Because if she likes bad boys, she would be like super wet about the fact that I want to knock her dad out. Instead, she's like, oh no, you have to be nice to my dad. No, I don't. Your dad's a loser. Your dad's bankrupt. Your dad tried to bankrupt me and it failed. That's why I'm going to sue you guys. I just don't know how to go about it. You were dumb enough to admit it all. Anyways, you don't need to be all these losers. Like, by definition, if everyone has a podcast, you're not going to get famous doing it. Or, well, maybe you'll get famous, but you're not going to get rich doing it. You want to do it, not 99.9% of the people will not or cannot do. And what that is right now is hold a steady job. Like, that's the other thing. Like, dude, the amount of really high paying good jobs that I've quit the past year, people thought I was going insane. Me, not, I know I'm totally sane, but like, I don't feel comfortable working, knowing Horfany thinks she can steal my money and do all this bullshit, and the people who should be stopping it are taking bribes to facilitate it. That makes me feel not safe. Now that P. Diddy's in jail, I feel a lot better about going back to work. How come people don't take that into consideration? That's damages. That whore owes me damages. That's lost wages. She literally told me, my family needs you to have a job. Why? Didn't you steal enough money? It's just like Lysander Spooner. He's like, Once the highwayman steals from you, he leaves, as you wish him to do. And if she stole the money, what are you still bothering me for? You didn't steal enough? You feel entitled to more? Then I'm not going to work. There's no more money here for you. This is like me being on like I don't want to say a hunger strike because I have the food storage, but like, it's like a dietary restriction strike. I'm living on like beans and rice and canned meat because I don't want Horfany to be able to steal money from me. Like, she's going to end up paying for that. Anyways, peace out.